Welcome to Santa's MLS Tech Workshops, where we'll be going over ways on how to better your business. In this tutorial, Katie Gleboff will be going over the resources available to users when creating a presentation report using the Summary Value tab.
So what we're going to do today in our day-to-day life is talk about how agents use RPR when they're working with sellers, and we're going to talk about how agents use RPR when they're working with buyers. So we're going to start with our seller demo. And we have our search bar right here, front and center. So all of the different property searches are here labeled right on our top search bar. So we're going to start with our all properties. Now, a lot of the time when an agent goes in, they're using RPR to start their property search, whether it's for a listing presentation, they're going to start with a property address. So I could come in and say, a seller reached out to me, they're interested in selling their property. They go ahead and give me their property address. So I can just type that address into our search bar. And it's going to come up as I start to type. It's actually going to do an auto search and it's going to say, hey, I found a property that meets that address. I can click right on that and it brings it into my search bar. And that is like the best case scenario when you're looking for an off-market property is when you have that address. But it's not always the scenario. So I just want to point out that we do have under this advanced link here, when you're looking for parcel information, you do have the ability to search by owner or company name. Maybe you don't have the exact property address. Maybe you have a zip code, you have the owner name, you could type that information in and it's going to give you a series of search results based off of that info. If you have the tax ID number, parcel ID number, APN number, whatever you call that, you can also search by that as well. So we do have multiple ways for you to be able to go in and pull up an off-market property if you don't have that exact property address. I'm going to go ahead and click on my magnifying glass, which is going to go ahead and pull up our subject property detail. Here we are with our property summary. You're going to see we have right front and center our property address, and to the far right of our property address, you're going to see a little star, and this allows you to save the property as a favorite. This is a tool that I like to use very much in RPR. If you save a property as a favorite, maybe it's something you're going to be researching a little more frequently than not. When you save that property, if you happen to navigate away from that page, maybe you log out of RPR and you log back into RPR, that saved goes right here under your saved property list. So I can find all of those saved properties that I have. I can click on it and I can pull it right up. Another feature that I like about the saved properties, and I'll demo that when we get into our mobile device, you can also receive a push notification on a saved property. So if I am working with a homeowner and I'm working on getting them a comparative market analysis for their property and I have their property saved, I will be alerted if anything changes on this property, whether it's a change in the property's estimated value, whether it's a change in the property status. So if it goes from off market to active, you're prompted and you get a notification through your mobile device. So I like to know what's going on with those saved properties. So that's another reason I like to save it. Now, when you work with RPR, it's really helping you create efficiencies in your day-to-day workflow. So when you're utilizing all of those research portals or places to get property information, RPR's goal is to help you streamline that information so you don't have to go to as many places. So think of RPR as a layering platform. And we have all of those layers for every parcel within RPR. So we have the property summary, which is going to give you that high level overview. We have that in-depth on the property history. We can give you local marketplace statistics. We can refine the value for a property. You can generate a comparative analysis and you can look at all of the neighborhood demographics.